What's up, everybody? Let's watch the fight, the main fight on Facebook Live. Go to the link. Let's go. If you guys followed me, if not, I'm gonna be posting this later anyway. So tell me what you guys think. Give me your opinions of the whole thing. Anyways, we got the fight going on here. This is the main event at Fight Night and HBO Facebook Watch. Let me know what you guys think here. Hold on here. There we go. That's better. Lighting probably sucks. I'm sorry, but anyways. So these guys are Costa and are fighting here, and you know what's weird is they don't have any fight songs when they come out. Usually, when there's fight songs coming out, they, me and my buddy, we kind of have a tendency to kind of judge who's gonna win the fight. You know, who's gonna win the fight? Who's gonna win the fight based off of your song you come out to. But I guess nobody else comes out to the song, and I think that it's an interesting. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's a little more professional. So, anyways, this is round one of the fight. These guys both look kind of ready to rock and roll, and you know, the thing with these boxers is obviously, you know, it's at the smaller level, and so is that better? There we go. Is that better? There we go. A little more intimate feel here. So, anyways, go check it out. It's on Facebook Watch, but if you guys are on this, it's kind of weird because how are you gonna watch the fight be on Facebook and on YouTube Live at the same time? Now that I just thought about that, it'll be kind of hard to do. Is to do both of them, and you really can't do both of them. So, anyways, Acosta and Rodriguez seem like very game fighters, but you can't do both at the same time. So I don't know how we're gonna fix this. So, anyways, if you don't have Facebook Live, which everybody has Facebook Live, I think this is a cool fight. These guys are not starting off slow at the beginning here. Round one, they look like they are. I gotta fix this light. What's going on here? I look like it's fucking dark. It's dark here. Excuse my language. There we go. Is that better? I gotta change that. Let me see here. Maybe that right there. Would that help? Okay. There we go. That's a little better. So this is my first attempt at doing kind of a live fight companion. Obviously, this is the Joe Rogan thing that they do, where they do the fight companions for the UFCs, and so this is a direct knocked off of that. So I'll do respect to Joe Rogan, Brendan Schaub, and Brian Callen. It's a great idea. Nobody's doing it in boxing, but these Facebook events, they're pretty cool. So there is a weird dynamic of you can't you can't do maybe this like this. No, that's too dark. That's way too dark. Okay, I guess we'll go there. That'll be better. So I guess this won't be a live for anybody else. You can watch this with the fight companion, and you can kind of follow along with the fight here. I like how they kind of incorporating the Facebook audience where they are doing the. Is that helping? Let me see that maybe. Is that a little better? Oh, is that better? There we go. That's a little better. I don't know. That's kind of hard though. So, anyways, this fight companion is that Linares. That's Linares that they're showing on Facebook Watch. Facebook Watch, Facebook Live, Facebook Watch. So, anyways, this is round two. Well, because I can't see Bellator, but these guys are round two. It seems like they're just kind of starting off slow. Oh, there we go. We got one person. Who is this here? Who is this here? Who is this? Say hi. Say what's up. There we go. I got one watcher. That's what's up, dude. It's not just me. So this is my attempt. This is my attempt to go live doing a fight companion. If you don't know what a fight companion, it's somebody watching the fights, talking about it, and it's something else that you can do to kind of like a companion to the actual. He commented on my photo here. What did he say? Let me see here. Maybe I can look at it this way. What is this guy doing? What does he say? What did Cologne say? Somebody dropped out. All right, sorry, I got sidetracked here. So back to news feed. So we're still watching the fight. Is the fight over already? Somebody already got knocked out. This is ridiculous. Somebody already got knocked out on Facebook Live. This guy. Well, this fight is over. This fight companion is over. This was 2 rounds. Um, who got knocked out here? Who got knocked out? What's up? Is that Abraham? He basically got knocked out. Well, apparently, okay. Here we go. The highlights. Second half highlight. Boom! Hit him with that left that left hook right there. Boom! He didn't even see it coming. He threw his left, a solid left hook. He knocked him out, dude. He was asleep. That was a second round knockout. That's pretty amazing. Oh, it shows that I'm going live here. Okay, there you go. I like that. There you go. Notification. Can you see me there? Oh, it's a little delayed. It's a little delayed, but we're live. We're live. We did a five companion live. I like this. So maybe I'm gonna do this live. I'm gonna do this live right now. We're gonna do another. I'm gonna do another video where I am going to. Hold on here. What happened here? Okay. So, anyways, the idea of a fight companion is to review or to go live while a sporting event is happening. I kind of want to do this with football. Obviously, you can't do it with the audio. I don't know how the audio sounds here, but you can't really do it with the audio because obviously there's a bunch of copyright and restrictions and everything. But you can definitely talk about it and post on it while it's happening. And this was kind of an experiment with Facebook Watch because they're posting these fights. Golden Boy Entertainment has an agreement with, I guess, Facebook where they're showcasing a lot of these lower level fights. And, you know, Facebook is probably putting some money into it. And it's kind of cool because you're showcasing the fighters and you're giving them a chance to be on a huge, giant platform that has almost 2 billion people on it. So I like that idea. It's like, you know, you get people to, you know, Angel Acosta, you know, I don't know who he is. His records, he's 19-1 with 19 knockouts. The guy obviously knocked this dude out in two rounds. Halfway in the second round, he hit this dude with a left hook and just let him have it. So I like that idea where, you know, who's really gonna see this? You gotta have HBO. You gotta have like there's 17 different channels. You just simply click on your browser, Facebook Watch, and you go to Golden Boy Entertainment, and here is the fight. So I like this idea where the fight is so accessible, it's free. Facebook is winning because you're staying on their platform. It gives you a reason to stay on their platform. It's so smart to do. I can see other services doing this. You know, you look at like YouTube, Hulu. I had mentioned this before that there's so many streaming services now. It's like once you get hooked on one, it's hard to take you off another. It's like if you're a Ford or Chevy guy, now you don't want to jump ship. I want to go, and I like all of the. I like. Let's see if maybe that'll help. Nope, that's not gonna help. Okay, boom. There we go. I like that better. So you have like a Netflix, right? People are on Netflix, and they stay on Netflix. People are on Hulu. They stay on Hulu. So everybody, of course, Amazon has a streaming service. Okay, let's see what this guy said here. Angel Acosta, he's giving his little speech right now. He's just grateful for being the opportunity. How many people? He's got 17,000 people watching this, and maybe they'll follow him. It'd be nice if they connected the whole circle where they took this guy's social media presence, where you can follow him, where you can go Angel Acosta and Abraham Rodriguez, and you can be like you can follow them. So it's like it took this little relatively unknown boxing event and it's taking it where they're showcasing all these fighters. They're doing like these Facebook Watch things every day. I mean, not every day, but every weekend now. So I like this thing where it's like a traveling event where you get these people announcing fights. You get these people fighting at these smaller events, and you're getting a lot of attention to it. Then let's say this boxing match would only have 5,500 people in the ring. So there's only 5,500 people watching this guy. Now you have a situation where he's got 5,500 people at this relatively small place, and he's a Golden Boy promotion, and now you're looking at it now, there's up to 20,000 people watching this. So you not only got 20,000 people watching it, but what you have is you have a lot of exposure. You're bringing the sport of boxing to the forefront where it's dying because these smaller events are not getting any funding. So you have these promotions that are just not getting, like, it's almost like the backing of Facebook is helping showcase these smaller fighters. So when they do make it big, they can have mega fights and they can have, bigger. They could become a bigger pay-per-view draw. So I like that idea. And so the only issue I have with this is, where do you take this? Do you stay in the relatively lower levels of all the fighting, where you're not, where you're not, where you're not kind of getting to the bigger pay-per-views levels? I would like to see Facebook to do a giant pay-per-view this way. Put it on the Facebook Watch, charge like $5, charge like $10, and put on a major event. And with the fact that they have the sheer numbers, if you have, if you have 2 billion people worldwide and they have control of the promotion, what happens is, if you had a pay-per-view, like say Triple G and Canelo, if you put Triple G and Canelo on this format, how many people will watch concurrently? How many people would watch on Facebook's network where they are being exposed to a giant audience? And what's amazing about this concept, right? See, don't forget about this. This concept right here of putting it on Facebook Watch, Facebook controls all the analytics where they can say, there's these people that don't watch boxing, but what they do do, what they do do, what they do do, what they do do is they watch football, they watch combat sports, they watch MMA, because they know all this. They know your activity, what you look at on Facebook. They know that all the people that like the Conor McGregor, the Floyd Mayweather stuff, they know all these people that are watching what you're watching, so they can target the audience. And it's a giant mechanism where you can get people to watch that don't usually watch, and that's the hardest thing to do. In boxing, in any entertainment, how do I get an audience that's never seen me before? If people think you're funny, if you're a comedian and people think you're funny, how do I get these other people that don't even know I'm funny? Not everybody's going to be Kevin Hart. Not everybody's going to have 100 million subscribed followers on Instagram. Like, all these people that are super high level. How do you get from the relatively low level to this giant number where now you're kind of self-promoting yourself, and now you can kind of pull the strings a little bit on, you can be like, look, I want to dictate, I want to be able to say how many, I can start being a little more picky because I'm kind of promoting myself. So I kind of like that idea of what boxing's doing with this. I think that the model that HBO has kind of, Acosta in his career, that guy punched like a devil. Yeah, he did. He did. Acosta, you know, he hit that dude with that left hook. He put him out. You know, that's true what you just said right now. He hit him with that hitter, and that's the interesting thing too about these fights that are they're prominent. I don't want to take anything away from these guys, but what happens is these boxers, they don't do like the study. So it's like a Triple G Canelo. They're watching film. There's a whole bunch of documentation on styles and this and that. And the coaches are super high level. These coaches are good too because I'm sure that these coaches are experienced. You don't want to take nothing away from them. However, when a guy like this doesn't prepare for that left hook that put Abraham out to, he didn't even know what's happening. He got hit with that hard one. All due respect to that guy, but he went to sleep for 2 seconds and woke up and he thought he was in next week. He hit him good. So, but anyways, that being said, I kind of responded to one of the comments there. Thank you for putting a comment on there. But I like this idea of these events being televised. I like, and it's kind of like Facebook is kind of becoming like a TV network. I like that idea where, why don't they do other sports like this? They should do, hockey. Hockey if the NHL is watching Facebook Watch, hockey, get on the ball. Hockey, get on the ball and call Facebook, call Zuckerberg right now. Call him right now. Say, hey, can we get some of this Facebook Watch love? You guys can have 20 games a month and you can showcase them and you'll watch and see how hockey, because hockey of all the three sports, right? You got football, baseball, basketball, the popularity of those three major sports. And then you have hockey is like the stepchild. It's like the ugly stepchild. It's like the guy that like always got picked last. Like they have the worst TV contract. They don't have as much money. They almost went bankrupt. It all started when they went on that strike a bunch of years ago. And now you have a situation where Facebook or a company like Facebook that has a huge subscriber base, 2 billion people, you can market this all over the place. You know, I can see Facebook purchasing one of these, you know, having this huge giant deal where it's, I don't want to say it's exclusive, but these fight companions are proof in the pudding. I'm sitting here watching it because it's so easy. You just log in, you click on live, and it's boom, there. I mean, it's amazing. I really like this idea, what they're doing here. Facebook really hit a home run with this. Golden Boy hit another home run because they're participating in this. Obviously, that's, and this is a huge reason why HBO got out of this business, because they don't have the fan base that Facebook has, or the subscriber base. Nobody has that. Maybe Amazon has that. I don't see Amazon doing live events, but if Amazon did that, everybody has a Prime account, right? So Amazon can do that. YouTube can do that because they can promote the fights. They can promote events in a unique way. You know, I know obviously there's these TV contracts and there's these deals and this and that. I think it was interesting because in the fighting game, there's more flexibility because of the fact that you don't have like an organization. You don't have like, you know, all these belts. They don't like talk and organize and say, we're going to get together, we're going to create our own network. Because they tried doing that, but it doesn't work because nobody's going to buy a network just for boxing, just the diehard people. That's great. The diehard people are going to participate in that, and they're going to watch these fights. Acosta, I never knew who this guy was, but now I don't know who he is, but I watched him. I'm sitting down on a Saturday night and watching him, and I'm interested. I'm interested because they're packaging it in a professional way. It's not like ESPN 17 you got to subscribe to. It's not like it's on like, you know, Fox Sports 27 West, Southwest, East Coast, whatever. It's on Facebook Watch. It's prominently, and I think the start of this, like this goes back to this whole thing about this basketball league that LeVar Ball did. He was kind of like the test bed for it. If you look at it, he started it where they were showcasing these basketball games that really nobody watched. And if you look at the subscribers and the views on it, they're 300,000-400,000. And now you have this Facebook Watch thing with the boxing. Facebook is doing a smart thing because they're starting off at a lower kind of sporting event, and they're going to build up. Like I said, I would really like to see this happen with the Triple G Canelo, with the Conor McGregor, with the UFC. There's no way with the Facebook analytics and the base that they have, there's no way that you can't tell me that a giant mega fight like this Ryan Garcia kid, he's on this Facebook Watch thing. All these people watch this. They heard him talk. Look at this guy. This guy's got 1 million followers on Instagram, right? How many people were exposed to these people where they're showcasing the fights and everything like that? It's tremendous. It is tremendous. These fight companions, you know, I kind of want to do more of these, but I also want to figure out how I can do this live where if you were on a mobile device, watching this, I thought about this, but I obviously wasn't thinking about this correctly. You can't watch Facebook Watch Live and do a live fight companion at the same time because it doesn't work. You'd have to be at home. The whole point is that this whole thing is being mobile, and the whole thing about this is, you know, being able to do this. So if you're at home watching it and you joined in, I appreciate it. You know, I got 4, 5, 6 people in there. That's cool. And, I like this idea of doing these fight companions. I want to do more of them. It is a Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub and Eddie Alvarez. and Brian Callen. All due respect to those guys, but they don't do them anymore, and nobody else is doing these. I like this idea of doing it sitting down, and I like going on Facebook Live and doing the blow by blow or the analysis of it. No disrespect to anybody that does this, professionally, whatever. I don't care, but I thought it was fun. I want to do another event. Maybe I don't know about doing a football game, but maybe that would be something to kind of do, is to do a football game and kind of give the analysis of that. I don't know how that would work out. I don't know if I would get taken off of YouTube. I don't know if I would get banned from YouTube, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Maybe tomorrow I'll do one, and I'll watch the game, and we'll go. I like watching the Rams game. I also am super. So anyway, so that's it with that. I look forward to the next Facebook watch. I'm gonna do another companion like this on a Saturday night if I don't have something to do. I like doing this. I like watching. I like what Facebook's doing. Facebook, keep on doing this. Keep on showcasing these lower level fighters, maybe lower level fighters. They can make more money, and they can get more exposure. That's what you want. These guys have a tendency to, there's a tendency that these little guys they get it, like they don't make any money, and only a few of them make it big. At least these guys are all getting punched in the face and punched in the head just like everybody else. And it allows you to kind of, at least they can make a living. They don't have to be a Canelo or Triple G to make a decent living at this, like this Ryan Garcia kid, he's 19 years old. He has 1 million followers on Instagram. Not everybody's like that. That's a huge following already. He already has a base. He already has access to a lot of people. So if he keeps everything going and he does everything right, he's going to be the next superstar. The superstars are great. The superstars are amazing. Of course, a superstar is a superstar. A Canelo, everybody was talking about him about 3-4 years before he blew up. So what are you gonna, how do you deal with that when you're like a fighter that's probably never gonna get to that level? Honestly, you got a couple losses on your record. Maybe you're not the most marketable guy, but could you make a living at boxing? Could you live comfortably? Is it worth it? Because it's more and more now where you see it's either the super fight or all these guys that are relatively unknown, and it's like it's becoming less and less middle level fighters because the money is in the big money fights, the pay-per-views. But these little events that are being put on by Facebook, I think it's helping expose these guys. I still would like to see Facebook, if you're listening. I would still like to see them, post all their social media, do that kind of stuff where you're connecting the dots. So you're not only showcasing these fighters, but how do you get a hold of them? How do you follow them? How do you keep track of those guys? If you say, yeah, I want to follow Acosta. Yeah, I want to follow this Ryan Garcia kid. Yeah, Abraham Rodriguez, he got beat. But so what? You're still a fan of his. If he's 35-0, 34-0, whatever his record was, yeah, he got knocked out. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. But a lot of these guys, they got to pick themselves up and keep going. I've never been a boxer, but obviously it's a hard sport. It's not for the weak. And a lot of these guys, you hate to see these guys be entertainers, and the entertainment business kind of eats them up alive. Obviously that happens. And there's you can't stop can't stop the whole system from doing that. But it's like I like this idea. I like the idea that a big company with a huge reach is able to showcase these people, and they control who to pump it out to. It's weird because Facebook is like an advertising agency and it's a production company. Where do you see that at? Where do you see a company say, look, we control who we can reach out to? We're like a cable company, and we can actually market it to benefit us, to keep you on the platform, because that's Facebook's angle right here. Facebook's angle is, we want to keep the boxing community on Facebook. We don't want you to uninstall our app. We don't want you to not log in. We're going to give you a reason to log in, and I like that too. More of these platforms are trying to get our watch time. It's watch time. That's the hugest thing for watch time. How long are you going to stay glued to Facebook? Well, there's Instagram. There's all these new apps. Even though Instagram is owned by Facebook, but it's still a different app. But there's all these new streaming services coming in, so the competition is starting to go up, right? These fight companions, or these fights that they put on are tremendous, dude. They're live events that expire. Sports is a huge thing because you can't really binge watch sports, and every single event you cannot predict with 100% certainty what's going to happen. It's like a soap opera for men that nobody knows the ending. You know, when you watch Triple G come out, did you know how that was going to end? Did you know that Triple G was going to get dominated like that? Did you know that he was going to get backed up and he was going to get pushed back and pushed back? Did you know that Canelo changed his strategy? You know, conversely, with this whole thing with the Conor McGregor thing, did you know that that was going to happen? You know, no. A lot of people did predict it, but the whole thing is like, if you don't know these things are going to happen, that's what's amazing about sporting events, entertainment sporting events, is that you don't know what's going to happen. And so I like that idea. I like what Facebook's doing. Amazon, Hulu, you should all do this. If Netflix did this, I'm going on Netflix Live. If HBO now, if HBO, you got out of the boxing business. Why? They just taught you how to fix your problem. You don't got no money? You put on a live event on HBO Now, live, whatever you want to call it, right now, tomorrow, later on, whatever, right? Why couldn't HBO do this? And you promote it on your app, and you promote it on your cable thing, because I think what happens is, I think the reason why HBO couldn't do this is because they have these arrangements with the cable companies. You have all these deals with the cable companies that stop you from competing with their access. So that's like the interesting thing of it, is that when you compete, when you have all these deals and you can't compete with us and all this other stuff that's happening, Facebook just said, we don't have those deals. We're going to put this event on, we're going to stream it, and we know who we can target this to. We're going to target it to all the boxing people. We know where these people live. We know where these people are. We know how they consume it. So it's like, that's a huge advantage that they're going to have. The minute that they start putting on high-level events, like events that will generate 1 million views, 1 million concurrent views, watch out, TV, because the NFL is going to come knocking. The NBA is going to come knocking. All these other sporting entities are going to come knocking. Basketball, baseball, and football. If baseball, once their contract is done, and Facebook posted these games like this, you know how ridiculous that would be? They can target anybody, dude. They could target nobody would get off of Facebook. Facebook would just grow. Then you're talking about doing it internationally, and then all you have to do, then imagine the advertising dollars that Facebook could generate. Imagine the advertising dollars that a streaming service could generate, because you could put banners on there. You could do it like regular TV. You could do it like regular TV, but now you have this huge subscriber base that lets you watch an event for free, essentially, but your information being captured. So TV, cable, dude, you really messing up, dude. You messed it up. HBO, this is gonna hurt HBO's viewership, because a lot of people that like watching fights on HBO or like watching stuff on HBO, all Facebook has to do is start making some programming for boxing and put it in a central location, connect it to this Golden Boy Entertainment. Do a showcase on a fighter. You could do 24/7s. You can do embedded. You can do all this crazy stuff on this platform. So can Amazon. Amazon has the ability. They have access to all these subscribers. YouTube is the same thing. I don't know if YouTube, they're in bed with kind of YouTube TV and YouTube Live and all this other stuff like that. So that's kind of a weird kind of dynamic. But it's there. It's there. It's there. Cable TV messed up because they're so fragmented. Like, it's like, if you think about it, right? Like, it doesn't matter what cable company you have. All you have to have is internet access, and you can watch this. You don't have to be on Spectrum, Cox. You don't have all these different channels. You don't need all this confusing mumbo jumbo that they do. DirecTV. You don't need all this other stuff. You just need an internet connection that you pay for. You log into Facebook and you do Facebook Watch. I get the notifications on here. I get the notifications about the weigh-ins. I get the notifications of the fight. They're doing the post-fight. That's why I'm still talking, because they're doing the post-fight blah, blah, blah with Ryan Garcia, the guy in the middle. I can't remember his name, but he does MMA too. And then the girl on the right, I can't remember her name either. But it's an interesting dynamic what they're doing to the world of sports. They figured out how to get in there, and I like this. They need to keep going with this. They need to keep pushing the envelope where they're putting themselves in position to show that the business model, the original business model, this is like, if you think about it, this is this is going to destroy the cable model, right? Because Facebook, they're not charging you to watch this fight, but again, they're keeping you on their channel. You're not uninstalling their app. You're not logging out. So that's powerful, man. That's super powerful. People need to pay notice to how powerful of what they're doing here. Golden Boy, you hit a home run with this. You made a deal with these people, and you're going to grow your brand. I'm sure that there's a huge deal that you signed with them, but you're also going to be able to showcase these fighters. More people are going to want to be part of Golden Boy Entertainment, Golden Boy Boxing, because when you see this, you say to yourself, okay, I'm 5-0, 7-0, 10-0, I'm this and 0. Acosta, he just got all this exposure. I want to know who that guy is. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to go look for him on Facebook. I'm going to go look for him on Instagram. I'm going to go look for him. And that's a Golden Boy fighter, or it's a Golden Boy event. And now this guy captured, now this person has a fan that you didn't have before. And that's the hardest thing to do, is to get new fans, right? It's like, I always talk about this thing about, Ford, Chevy, Nissan. If you're a Nissan person, because I sold cars, if you're a Nissan person, you're going to Nissan every single time. If you had a good feeling from that, you're going to always go back and back and back and back and back, and you're going to deal with it. If you get burned by Nissan or whoever, or Ford, Chevy, whoever you get burnt, you're never going back there. I don't care if they sell the best car in the world, they're not going back. So it's the same thing with here. You got me, Facebook, Amazon, step your game up. All these other people, step your game up. I think that there's something there to it. So I want to see more of these events happening. I also would like to see them, like Facebook Watch. You need to or YouTube or whoever. You need to take these opportunities to do some other programming that is connected to this. Like, you're doing the fights and it's great, and you could see the latest episodes, and what's cool is you can look at Acosta versus Abraham. It has 1.3 million views, dude. Angel Tito Acosta versus Abraham Rodriguez. That event had 1.1 million views. Do you understand this? Do you understand that that's like a small TV show? I don't think ESPN has been able to pull those numbers for this type of viewership in a long time for these small events. 1.1 million views. That's a lot of people that don't watch boxing that clicked on it because it was so easy to click. It's one click. Boom. Hey, there's live fighting. You want to click? Boom. 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 You just click on it. Boom. 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 That's why I'm going to do more of these fight companions with this boxing thing. I'm going to get, my setup was kind of messed up, and I didn't do the right lead up and everything. I didn't tell you guys with enough time and stuff like that, so I messed up there. But I'm going to do some more of these. I like this idea of doing these events where I'm doing a live fight companion. We talk about it, and we kind of look at what's going on. But I like this idea. I like this idea that these events, and it's on your computer. It could be on your mobile app. I mean, I'm doing this. I'm talking to you on my cell phone, on the front-facing camera, and I'm watching on my computer. How great is that, dude? I could do this from anywhere. If I had an iPad, I could do it from my iPad. I mean, I could do it a whole bunch of different ways. But you messed up regular TV. You messed up cable. You messed up DirecTV. Do better. Do better. Look at that. 1.1 million views, dude. See all episodes. Let's see what the other episodes did. Okay. See, George Linares versus Abner Colton. That was 14. That was 520,000 views. So that tells you right there. Look at, okay. So let's look at the fight before that. So look, they did the Triple G. They did the Triple G Canelo undercards. I didn't even know this, dude. 28 days ago, it got 3.4 million views. You can get sponsorship from that. You can put people like, look at this Acosta guy. He could have, look, if he knew, if they had some planning, if they had a good agent, they could be like, look at, we're going to get 1 million views on this. You need to get us some sponsorship for my trunks, for my shirt. You need to put like a Superior Market on here. You need to put like Johnson & Johnson's toilet paper on here. You need to put like Ford in the middle. You need to get like all the sponsors, because that's 1 million people just watched your fight. What? There's a huge possibility there. You know? Tecate is sponsoring that. Obviously, Golden Boy has that deal, right? But for the fighters specifically, hey, we got a chance to be on Facebook. Like, it's gonna get 1 million views. Hey, local car wash, no, not the car wash, but local, local market, local car dealership. Car dealership, yes. Car dealership, yes. They can. I don't see why. I don't see why not. Local car dealership. So all these things you have access to, and it can help the fighter. It can help all these nutrition companies that go on YouTube. This is it right here. Nutrition companies on Instagram. That you be trying to sell all this other stuff, and all these nutritional companies that Fat Farm and all this other crazy stuff. You need to go on here and get some of this exposure. 1.1 million views of boxing fans, and I guarantee you, they promoted it to a lot of people that were sports fans. Who else can do that? It's huge, dude. Who else can do that? That's what I've already talked about it 10 times in a row here. I'm kind of starting to repeat myself. I can feel that. But anyways, I went for 36 minutes. This is ridiculous how much I can talk to myself, in front of a computer. Thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to the next one. I'll try to do like more lead up. So if you guys enjoyed this, cool. Talk to you guys later.